Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are still at war with the entire galaxy. I was really hoping this war would be over by now. Sadly, it isn't. We do have some forces moving to put an end to this war. We're at -2 reasons. We're really close there. However, I want to take a quick look at how we're doing here. We need 159 dark matter, but we actually have the alloys that we need to get our ships fully reinforced. Okay, 159 dark matter seems doable. So let's hop into our trade menu here. Functionally, that would mean buying 250 dark matter here. We're going to be negative in our energy credits again once we build our ships back up. We know this. So we can sell off a little bit here to get ourselves a little bit of a buffer there. That seems fine. Let's hit our reinforce all button. No fleets are in need of reinforcements. Is that actually true, though? I think that is actually true. Cool. So we'll tick on forward here, and our primary focus remains on getting out of the multi-stellar war. That is absolutely our primary focus here. The Forfan Starfleet is making its way down over this way. Where is this at? This is in Poa? Down over here. Okay, so these guys are moving around over this way. That's, I suppose, to be expected. We definitely do need to get some forces moving here. We're currently heading down terminal egress. And that's all well and good. Where's our army at right now? Oh, and this Forge World needs a housing of all things. Okay, we'll put in an industrial district. That'll get us housing eventually. Yeah. I mean, it's even on the housing. We're still going to have some housing issues, but we can address those later. That's not a problem for us to deal with right now. This Unification Center can get an upgrade in the planetary administration. What else do we need done here? Well, for now, this fortress world could use a city district, and that's acceptable. Now, where are our armies at? Okay, they're engaging on Troglek. Good to know. Cool. So unfortunately, we just lost a Xenomorph army, but that's to be expected, I suppose.
Blocker liquidated.
One reason away from achieving this war goal. And then, of course, we'll just have to hope that the AI actually does it. It would be awkward if they didn't.
Starbase under assault.
But that's going to free up all of these forces over here, and we're just not going to have to worry about this. We'll be able to focus on the Galactic Information Entente at that point. So that's the idea here. 0 reasons now.
Starbase under assault.
Beautiful. And we're still invading over here. So this war is about to end. If we were the war leader, we would guarantee the war would end. But we're not the war leader here. We'll have to rely on the AI to do that.
Starbase. Planetary market secured.
That should be it right there. Back to -1? Because they're taking back some of these areas down here, I bet. Sad. Well, we're going to work our way through some of this. We do not need all of these forces up here to be engaged in this. So I'm going to grab one of these fleets, the Ready Swarm, and we're going to take that over here. Now, we're being attacked heavily out over this direction and up here. Last I knew, we were being attacked fairly heavily down over in Jebben's Maelstrom as well. Yeah, it looks like they backed off a little bit over here. And they're up at terminal egress. Are they just passing through, or are they attacking here? They're attacking. Okay. We'll keep an eye on that situation. We're not going to immediately take action there. -1 reasons again. We just keep hovering right around here. It's insane. Okay, so we're going to head forward here. Out of curiosity, what would this world invasion look like? 1123? That's a little bit up there. But we can start heading this direction. That's not the path I would have expected that we would go. I suppose it's because we have not taken Doria.
Competitive station engaged.
And these guys aren't moving.
Starbase under assault.
So I guess we'll go this really, really awkward route. Sure. One reason away. I really feel like ticking war score should work more like in Crusader Kings. Because we get these extremely prolonged wars in Stellaris because of the ticking being capped at 100. Yeah. I feel like ticking war score shouldn't be capped in Stellaris. Just to shorten war durations overall. Because wars are very, very long
We have lost
in Stellaris as it sits right now. There's no doubt about that.
Under assault.
The Zeltec progenitors declared war on our ally as well. Now, that's these guys over here. They're not that big of a deal. So I'm not too concerned about that war, but it is an awkward one, to be sure. Do we need any additional forces at this point? Actually, yes, we do. Another 22,000 worth. So it must have been an inaccurate count previously. We'll get those going as well.
Competitors engaged.
So we're making our way through over here. We're still at -1 reasons. That's sad. Very, very sad. Like, the fact that we've had their capital occupied this whole time, I don't know. It feels like
Competitive station engaged.
And they've been at 100% war score for like a trillion years. They're back down to 0 now. It feels like we should definitely be able to force a peace. And I mean, we technically can. We can only force a status quo, though. It's the achieving war goals that we're not able to force, right?
Research actualized.
Okay.
Starbase
I wouldn't
under assault.
mind having these lads come down over here and fighting this.
Fleet asset lost.
Let's actually jump drive over there. I did hear that fleet asset lost thing. Where was that at? Okay, they're up in terminal egress, which awkwardly our army decided to go through. I guess they would have with that route. We'll retreat them as soon as we can.
We have
There we
lost
go.
a starbase.
And we'll deal with terminal egress. Don't you worry. We will get there. We need this war to end. That is absolutely the top priority. So we're jump driving
Competitive
down over
station
this way and
engaged.
engaging these lads. And this shouldn't be a problem. We should win this relatively easily. Even though this is the 4-fan Starfleet. We also don't really care about it being the 4-fan Starfleet, to be clear.
Competitive station engaged.
Relative Navy strength plus 50. Is that capped? I don't know if that's capped or not. I guess we'll find out after this battle. So that's reasonably fine. We have a leader level up here. This is one of our admirals. I guess we'll take monthly minerals. We are negative on minerals right now. Okay. So they retreated here. That's perfect. Ah, here we go. Yes, we have one reason. And we're voting on peace. We absolutely vote yes. 1 trillion% we vote yes here. And it's going through. Okay. That's a big deal. We're going to take all of our forces now. And we're going to go back to Ril Samat. We're going to enter orbit over the mega shipyard. We're going to reinforce our forces. That was now saying 41,000. What's the price of alloys right now? 20! Oh my, okay. That's really, really high. I mean, with all the war, I guess I can't say I'm shocked about that. We've got this admiral here that would gain us 3 alloys per enemy ship destroyed. That's an interesting trait. That's interesting indeed. I don't know that it's good, necessarily, but it is certainly interesting. Okay, so that frees up our forces that were out over here, right? And that allows us to start focusing on defending our territory. Now, our Federation has been attacking up over here pretty heavily. And that's fine. We're arriving up over in Ril Samat. We are going to Actually, the arranged swarm is going to need to be grouped with something. This is 6 strong class corvettes. Interesting. We do actually need another Titan. Is one under construction right now? A pair of cruisers. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Yeah, the arranged swarm needs to exist. Okay, so we need more dark matter, and quite a lot of it then. Noted. So we're going to buy in... Actually, I'm going to sell some consumer goods here. And then we're going to buy in 500 dark matter. That should keep us going on our dark matter for the moment. This only needs 341. We need alloys more than anything there. So we'll get those going. And we'll just pump out those ships for the time being. I'm actually slightly surprised that the arranged swarm is that low. But sure, I guess that does make some amount of sense. We'll continue to pour alloys into this. Cool. Those corvettes are being built rather quickly.
Under assault.
Yeah, we're being attacked down over this way. That's not surprising. And these guys are being attacked up here. Yeah, that's all reasonably expected. Okay, we're not going to focus at all on the Zeltec progenitors. I don't care about this. We're going to focus entirely on the Galactic Information Entente. Now, going out to Karathor is not an option at this moment. However, taking back this area is. And we already have these claimed. We could issue a claim over this way and just continue expanding our hold over the hierarchy. We could also grab a little bit away from the Ibrak Blessed Mandate, like that. Okay, so we'll do that for the moment. Now, all of these fleets are repaired. They're not all fully ready to go. The arranged swarm is in Ascension's End. Okay, I want that to come up to Ril Samat, but that fleet is weak, so we'll leave it there for now, and let's go hit terminal egress.
Blocker liquidated.
Now, I am concerned about our food, mineral, and energy credit situation. So I want to take a look through here and see what we have. I mean, a lot of this is because of these worlds being occupied, right? Definitely. So we would need to get those back. That's certainly a thing that we would need.
Spaceborne resource
so 34,000 alloys at this point to get our fleets back. 23,000 for, or rather 23 for each alloy here. That's an insane price. There's no way we're paying that. But we're also not going to sell, because it's almost certainly going to be bought by people who we're fighting against. So we want to hoard our alloys and put them into our fleets. We're seeing big gains up over here. How long until our army that we retreated gets back? I know that it's going to be damaged. Okay, it's in Nightbirth right now. This definitely does need to be worked on. So we're going to enter orbit here. And then we're going to... No, not grab that. I wanted to grab our station here. We're going to use the army builder, and I'm going to queue up a few additional xenomorph armies. Something like... We'll leave around 10k alloys for now. There. Something like that. So we'll get that underway. We see them attacking in Vernier. That's the Zeltec progenitors. Interesting that they've decided to attack Vernier. Why is everyone attacking us and not our Federation members when they're declaring on our Federation members? I don't know. Regardless, it's not all that relevant. We're going to be attacking terminal egress here shortly. Now, as far as the food problem goes, we could, in theory, think about changing around some of this. We could run a farming subsidy, or we could just drop nutritional plentitude for the time being. That is going to drop our pop growth speed, but at this stage of the game, that's probably acceptable.
Competitive
What does
station
that
engaged.
alone do to our food? We'll find out on the next month tick. So we're going to take terminal egress back, and plus 266 food, that's better. Okay, so at this point, we could think about... We're currently running desperate measures and a grand fleet. I'm thinking about... Capacity subsidies aren't that big of a benefit for us, ultimately. I think we're fine floating by on minerals and energy credits for now. So we're going to take terminal egress back here.
We have lost a starbase.
Yeah, that's going to happen. And from here, I would like to come down over this direction and take back Jebben's Maelstrom. Now, they've not fully occupied Tethel yet. So that sounds good. We're going to get that underway. We will, of course, continue to reinforce our fleets as we can. The Forfan is back over here, and that should be seeking repairs here. There we go.
Competitive station engaged.
And the Forfan will require some additional repair work. But that's all looking good. Most of their forces are just chilling in Karathor, and for the moment, I'm okay with that. We're just going to go and hit down over here in Jebben's Maelstrom. Now I'm going to send Ready Swarm 10 over to Bij, while everyone else heads down to Tethel. Cool. So these repairs are finishing. That's looking great. The Forfan Starfleet is ready to be dispatched, but do we want to use it on anything in particular right now? I think the answer to that is no. We want to let these Xenomorph armies build up for a bit,
Competitive station
because
engaged.
our armies here are quite weak. We took some heavy losses, no doubt about that. So we're going to go take Tethel. No problem here. We are almost through the shields already. Of course, our long-range artillery is going to do quite a lot to those shields. Maybe, if it's actually firing. It doesn't appear to be. But now we're through the shields, and we're through the armor. It goes so quickly once we get into short range. There we go. Excellent. So that is back under our control. And now we're going to move in, and we're going to take... Oh, we're fighting that orbital station? Sure. You can move back to Jebben's Maelstrom. You're going to move to Baidan for right now. Excellent. So everything is proceeding reasonably well right now. We do need to go deal with the Zeltec progenitors. And I actually wouldn't mind sending the Federation fleet to go do that. Is it strong enough? 100k? We'd probably need to send a second fleet. So I'm going to send the Ready Swarm 10 up to Ril Samat to group up with the Federation fleet. Which that is getting repaired. It's not us building to the Federation fleet. So that all looks good. We'll continue to reinforce our fleets. And we're just going to attack down over this way. Negative trait. That's rude. We're actually positive in our energy credits now.
Competitors engaged.
I think that's just due to ship count fluctuation, realistically. Our mining is a bigger problem. Some of our mining worlds are what's occupied, right? So in particular, this mining world here, that's fairly painful for us, mining-wise. And where is that? That world is Nixris. Okay. We obviously can't attack here, but we'll get there. Cool, so this is relatively under our control right now. We're fighting a construction ship. Okay, sure. That will eventually die. So are we back up over here now? Yes, the Forfan Starfleet and the Ready Swarm 10 are up here. Now, the arranged swarm we're going to keep not here. Well, we're going to keep here. Actually, that's exactly what we're going to do. Exactly the opposite of what I said. We're going to go up to Vernier. And the way to get there would be via the Jebben's Maelstrom wormhole. Cool. So we're going to head out, and we're going to fight the Zeltec progenitors there. And I'd like to just go in and eliminate their spaceborne presence, just so that we don't have to deal with them. That'll be the way to go there. In the meantime, our Federation is moving to focus more on these guys down over here, and I think that's really, really good. I'm very happy to see that. I'm happy to see this incursion over here. This is a little bit unfortunate for them. Nobody can really do much about this unless we were to all group together, which doesn't seem to be in the cards. We don't seem to really do that in quite the same way that the AI does. But that's okay. So all of these guys, what do we want them to do? What if we were to come out over this direction and hit Sabik, but not going this direction? I'd want to go this direction. I don't want to be an Opriuk. I don't want to actually fight this force. I just want to cut off their reinforcements. Engaged. We'll see how that goes. So we are engaging the Zeltec progenitors up here. This is not going to be a problem, of course. They're going to die very, very quickly. No issues whatsoever here. The station will go down very swiftly as well once we get into short range and are actually hitting it. We're only kind of hitting it right now.
Blocker liquidated.
The Zeltec progenitors did retreat there. So we're going to grab the station here, and from here we already have the Zeepoch Vortex, so I want to come over this direction. What is the fastest way to get here? It's only mildly awkward. What about up over this way? Honestly, this is a safer path. We're going to take this path. We can continue to reinforce the fleet. How are we doing on alloy price? 16. Okay, so that's definitely up there. So for the time being, that looks fine. We're going to bring our primary fleets over this direction. This is slightly dangerous. We're going to have to keep a close eye on the movement of these fleets and not get caught. But I'd like to take back some territory over here. We can also see there's a huge amount of trade value that we're not collecting over here. That's a big part of the reason that our energy credits are low as well. So that's looking good. We do have this fleet building back up slowly. And our empires, or rather our Federation members, are attacking various locations right now. So this seems reasonably fine. Now, we're currently a little bit higher on the war exhaustion than the attackers are.
Assault.
I'm not shocked about this right now. That seems reasonable. But we're going to be doing a lot of damage to them very shortly here. So we're going to go down and attack Nyxris, and then I think we're going to take Trappist. And we're going to look to eliminate all of their gateways. Unfortunately, these guys are chilling in Karathor, where there's, of course, a gateway. That's definitely a little bit unfortunate. But we'll make our way down here. And yeah, we can definitely see this is where their fleets are. They're split into two factions. Well, not really factions, but they're split into two areas. Everywhere else, I believe, doesn't really have much fleet presence. There's a little bit up over here. And that's basically it. So all of their forces are here and here. And we can work around that. We don't want to give them a straight up fight. Absolutely not. We're playing this like a guerrilla war. 100%. So Sabik is back under our control. Yeah, 37,000 at this point. How are we doing on our dark matter? We have 400? Okay. We definitely need a lot of alloys to replenish our ships. No doubt about that. Do we have a leader here? Yeah, we have 2. Okay. That should be good. So the arranged swarm is growing in size. That's for sure. Are these guys making any movement whatsoever? No. They're just bombarding in Karathor. So that looks good. And in we go to Nyxris. So we're going to have no problem taking this over. None whatsoever. Maybe a couple losses here and there, but overall, this is going to be very, very simple. We'll tear through their armor as we get in close, and now we're just hitting hull. And there goes the hull. Beautiful. So, Nyxus is, of course, still controlled because they landed on Nyxus. We're going to come in over here with our army. We're going to go to Dorfel. And then from there, we're going to jump drive down to Nyxus. Now, I'm trying to stay away from O-Sleep here because we don't want to trigger these guys into moving down and attacking us. So instead, we're just going to wait here. We're going to possibly bombard Nafgon. I think for the moment, that's okay. And our transport fleet doesn't actually have a general. We should put one in here. Apparently our general got unassigned at some point, but that's okay. We're going to jump drive straight on down. Oh, game is paused. It would help if it wasn't. There we go. We're going to jump drive straight on down now. Now we're auto-saving. There we go. We're going to jump drive straight on down, and then we're going to land on Nafgon. Beautiful. So that's currently FTL inhibiting us. I would very much like to go attack Trappist, though. So we'll get that done soon enough. Now, these guys can utilize this gateway, which is rude, but that's okay. It is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to continue our attack on the Zeltec progenitors, and we're just going to push our way right on through here with relatively small forces and get them eliminated, at least in terms of spaceborne assets. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, James, Shadowwolf, and Lohan80, Rogue Corbid, Kintogan, Andy Magar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.